Okay, Johnny, let's look at what's going on in your match. I'm turning the volume down on this so we don't have to have cross volume. It's really only like the first 30 seconds of this match. No, this is match 1 of 2. Wrong match, but yeah, you like to be a left leg lead. This looks good. You've got your collar tie, found a nice duck under. You're attacking the right side of their body, and you're going to see this later in your second match, is that you really like to attack the right side of the body. And that was a really nice duck under, too. Like, everything here was pretty good. I think you just finish this match real quick, like. Yeah, you probably just get the submission right away. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So going back to the beginning. Let's go playback speech to see what you're doing here. So I can be very precise. Okay. Take a left leg lead. And you're going to club him with your collar tie. Perfectly acceptable thing to do. Collar tie. Kind of, can't really see past the ref there, but it looks like you collar tie and you shuck him. You got your head on the other side. Really nice. You're looking toward his armpit. He's trying to posture up. You find your duck under. Get to the body. Super simple sequence. Takes you 13 seconds. Do like a little back trip. Okay. So that's good and all. Let's look at your second match, the one that you actually want us to talk about. Okay. We're going to watch it in full speed right now. But what you're going to notice here is that you only like to attack the right side of the body, the right side of the opponent's body. And simply put, you just can't, like, you can't get so tunnel visioned on that. So you coming out, right leg lead, collar tie, and then you come to the other collar tie. You're still in a right leg lead. Switches to your left leg lead. Cool. I like this position. So when you do this right-handed collar tie, this left-handed collar tie, that's cool. Like this wants to attack the left side of his body, and that's good there. And you can obviously like duck under that arm, right? And you seem to like the duck under, like right. Can't really see where his hand is, but maybe you could duck that side. But you want to duck this side here. You're looking really hard at that. Your hand is there. You're trying to duck. He brings himself back. You're really looking for that duck under. You look for the arm drag, and he's blocking your hand here. See that? You've got the cross elbow, and this is cool. You've got the cross elbow he's got there. What you need to do is feed this hand across and take the 2-on-1 the other side. See there? Even though you go back to the collar tie, that's okay. Maybe you just reset what you're doing. But right now he's got your hands. And you shoot through and that arm's in the way. And look, he just blocks. Like you could have shot there and made him sprawl. But then you pop back up here. See? And then you go back and your hand is up. Here, this arm is up. He just gets this. And there's no sprawl to cover. Right? So a lot of this is a lot about how you're like tunnel visioned on one sequence and not attacking both sides of the body. And I guess having some variety in your tie. He does a really simple finish, goes up to the waist. You got to get your leg, you got to get the near side knee down and scoot your leg out. Scoot your leg out here. You're giving him all this access to the inside here. You got to try to like freaking whizzer him down. And then from here, it's all jiu-jitsu stuff. So let's go back to the beginning and do this slowly so we can be a little more precise about it. The referee's got gray and black shaking hands. This time we're going to come out with a right leg lead. You like to be right hand collar tie. It's okay. You get to your right hand collar tie, so that's always good. Comes out, going straight at him. Collar tie. Good. Your right leg lead, looking over there. Get to your right other collar tie. This is all good so far. I don't know where his left arm is right here. It's possible that's on top of you. You might be able to duck there, but you can't because you're a right leg lead right now. If you were a left leg lead, you'd be able to pivot to your left, to your right, and you'd be able to duck under this. Very similar to the one that Zahid Valencia hit on Kyle Dake. We'll look at that in a second, actually. But I'll pull that up in a second. But this doesn't allow you to really, what's the word, to duck that side. You could maybe bring this leg back and snap him down. I think you're going to try to do that. But you're not doing a great job of controlling this hand. You got to go to the wrist. Okay, good. So you go to your left leg because you want to control that side better. And that's always good. Good attempt to snap. But here what's going on is this hand on this side is killing your snap. You got to get this over to that armpit and get on the shoulder line to snap him. You're like framing him out there. You're actually, it looks like you're keeping him up. It looks like you're holding him up when you go to snap him. Okay, you've got your thumb over now, but you've got to get your hand. Okay, yeah, he's catching himself. It's not terrible. And then there, he comes up. Again, if you had got to his armpit and get both hands on the shoulder line, because you're still near the elbow, I feel like you might have had a better snap there. He's doing a good job keeping his posture, though. He's an ex-wrestler, like you said. I'm having a really hard time seeing what his other hand is doing. His other hand just holding over the top. Okay. That's a really annoying position for it to be in. I don't think you can actually duck that there. But you're doing a really good job of controlling the ties. He doesn't really have any offensive things to do here. You go for a drag. Good, his hand's in the way, though, because his hand was always there, over-tying you. And so when they over-tie you like that, you've got to address that, because what you're doing is you're penetrating with this right hand. This right hand is your attack hand. And so when they frame you or come inside on you, you gotta deal with that. And so here, one way we might deal with that is simply feeding to the other hand and going 2-on-1 and attacking the right leg. Because he knows, he can feel that you want this side. You want the right side. And you're not really you're not threatening. You've threatened the snap, you threaten the right side, but you're not really threatening the left side at all. Like the opponent's left side. Now we're pretty square. It's kind of hard to feed off when we're square there. This hand that's on your elbow, that's the one you got to deal with. He goes cross wrist. You go here to the head. Cool. Yeah, you never get past that arm. And it looks like you're attacking the right leg. And then you come back up. And right here, you should be sprawling. This arm should either go on his neck or here to do like a overhook. And you should be sprawling on him. You should be in front headlock here. Right? And I get it, like, this is a reaction time thing. Like, we can slow this down. I'm looking at this super slow. But the decision you could have made is to go to front headlock. Even here, when you see you go into him, and he starts sprawling. He starts grabbing your leg. You walk into that. And then, I don't know why we're going over there. We got to work on this whizzer. Right? You're going over the top, like you're going to guillotine him. And then he gets to the body lock. And your arm is now over his head. We don't have this elbow, though. Okay, good. Now you're back to the whizzer. But this leg is making it hard for you to pivot. You're pivoting a bit. You got to get this leg between you and him. Here's not great because his head's there. Get your leg outside shelf to keep him from be able to go behind you. And because you're in the center, you're just like opening yourself up big, and he just can go knee tap there. So he can go across your body. So a lot of it is like that situation. You wouldn't have been in that situation. Like he didn't do anything special, right? Like this guy didn't out wrestle you. This is a situation where you kind of out wrestled yourself. You're really used to attacking the right leg and not at all to attacking the left leg, the opponent's left leg. So what we got to do is we got to work on places that our right hand can go, because your right hand is your attack hand, right? Even if you have the left leg lead, right? I still like the left leg lead just to establish your collar tie like you did in that first match, right? Like let's go back to that the first match again. Granted, this guy's a much less skilled wrestler, right? You're here, your left leg lead. You find your collar tie. You even kind of like clubbed him going across the other way. It's hard to see because of the ref, but I suspect that's what you did. And you're pressuring, and you should have maybe pressured the other guy better just toward the edge. He's starting to posture up, and see he's coming at you very square, and you can angle, get that duck under. Just great. You just love attacking that side of the body, right? So it's just tunnel vision. This guy, come out, shake hands. We're on a right leg lead. If you're in this right leg lead, you should be circling this way, attacking this hand into that collar tie if you want this right side collar tie. Or you switch your legs so that your hand is aligned down the center. And yeah, he's gonna be able to like put himself over the top of it. But if you can get the wrist, so you're good. You club, and maybe you could pull that into an underhook, but you go collar tie instead because you actually like the right hand collar tie. And you go here, but if you're gonna go here, thumb block to the shoulder, so that when you come over the top, you're at the shoulder, so your snap is more powerful, right? You see how your elbow is not actually, your arm is like all gunked up there, right? Even now, your arm is a bit all cramped up, and so it makes it very difficult for you to either to snap because you don't have a strong snap on this shoulder, nor to be able to open him up at his elbow to duck, right? Because you want to be able to have his hand shelved on your elbow, like to open that elbow up. And you're doing a good job here. Like you're controlling the ties. He's not deciding what position we're wrestling in. You're deciding what position we're wrestling in. He's just like, oh crap. Let me just just stay solid and like not do anything. That's okay. Good. You went there. We gotta attack the other side because look what happens here. As you go to attack, watch this right leg. It's going to go backwards. It's going to go backwards, and then this hip comes to you, and then you come back and you let him reset. You know, and maybe we get the wrist so we can start doing ankle picks there, you know. But I do like this collar and hand and wrist and hand position for you. Here, the drag doesn't work because he's already hanging on top of your arm there. Yeah, it was a good attempt at a pivoting, but this arm stopped you. You gotta go Russian tie here. You're just very focused on the right side of the body. What we gotta add is a single leg to the left leg, to the opponent's left leg with your right hand. And we can do that. You go cross wrist right here, take that off, and then pull it, and bam, there's your single leg. Russian tie to single leg over here. Okay? I think that's the biggest part of it there, right? And even then, it's not like terrible. You go collar tie, that's okay. But if you had, imagine you had, right, you get this cross wrist. Let's say the sequence goes different because he decides he's going to go cross wrist here. right? And now he's got cross wrist. We've got double cross wrist. You go to this collar tie. Instead, what we could do is we go, okay, this hand is blocking me. I'm going to I'm going to let go of this arm. Because, see, this leg is back. He's actually just hiding this side from you. He's hiding the right side from you. And you're so focused on it. And he's like, oh, man, I need to hide this right side. But you're so focused on it. Grab the right hand. Clear it off. That frees up your hand to go back to the collar tie. Except instead of him having your arm when that collar tie happens, your hand's free. You even have that. You can snap and you can go to the single leg. Kind of like David Carr style. Um, I'm gonna have to pull up some of those matches to show you that. But like, there's just a lot you can do, and with the theme of attacking both sides of the body, right? You're doing like he feels threatened. He feels threatened enough that he's got his right leg back and he's gone into a left leg lead, and you just haven't recognized that, right? So it's just a matter of adding some bit to your repertoire here. And even here, you kind of feel it. You feel that you can pull his arm through, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna attack that leg." You see here, he takes that away, and then you just flop out. You could have gone Russian. You could go front headlock. This whole side of the body's not been attacked. And then we got to know how to sprawl, and you can sprawl like so here. When you sprawl here, like right here, you feel like, oh man, I can't get my hips on top of him. Well, all you got to do here is get the whizzer, bring this heel to your butt, and feed him the side of your hip. Right? Feed him the side of your hip on his collar. But we're here instead going for this. Even here you could still do it, but instead we're trying to go for this guillotine. It's not really there. And there's nothing impeding him continuing to go behind us. He gets the seatbelt. We're like, oh, maybe if I go to the head. No, I'm going to go back to the whizzer. Like, that's a good decision. And then we just don't play this body lock position well. You should be blocking his hip, his near hip. And if your leg's inside, you gotta be whizzering him down so you can get your hip back out. It's kind of hard when his hands are locked, but still, just a lot of like little small issues where once he's connected, and he seems a little bit bigger than you, but really it's literally just that you created small openings for him to punish. Like he didn't create that. He's not gonna be able to replicate that based on this match. Like you created that situation for him, and he was just patient enough to wait for that opening. So yeah, there. Let me find this Zahid match. So look, this is like pretty, like cool. But see, Zahid's got this arm, and people will go overtie. He went overtie your elbow, so you can't really like do it terribly well. You still could do it, but look, left leg lead, not right leg, so he can pivot down into that, right? And then David Carr take down Takatani. This one. So look at this situation here, because this is pretty much the same situation that occurs with you. See, look, see here, see he's posting off. He's got this wrist control, which you could have taken versus that guy, and you can either post or you can be collar tie. And see, like he fakes the shot, so he puts his leg back, and then right there, like that's the kind of stuff you got to be doing, is Russian tying this other side, either Russian tying or underhooking this other side, so you can attack both sides of the body. So I think that's enough for now. If you have any other questions, thoughts, let me know.